Hello, beautiful yogi. It's nice to have you back here in my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mary Chris. Today I'm going to share with you a short routine that you can do to help release frozen shoulder. So take note that I don't recommend this for those who have had shoulder surgery or more serious shoulder injury. So let's get on with it. So first you're going to need a belt. You can use a strap instead, but I wanted to show you that you can use a belt for these purposes. The pain in the shoulder can also be reflected on your wrists because every joint in the body is connected. So let's start with the wrists first by warming it up, extending your arms forward, your palms facing away from you, and try to imagine that you're pressing against the wall. And activating the shoulders, activating the biceps, and the front of the arms, and the shoulder crease. Stay here for 3 breaths. Feel that all the fingers are pointing to the ceiling. Feel the activation from behind the shoulders to the front of the arms, and to the wrists, and to the fingers. And next we're going to do a little bit of turning on the wrist. So keeping your elbow crease facing up the ceiling, just slowly turning the wrists clockwise and counterclockwise. Again, feel the activation coming from behind the shoulder blades. For me, my right side feels a little bit stiffer. You can feel it in my shoulders, to my wrists. So again, make sure the elbow crease does not move. So the movement is coming from the wrists, but the activation is also happening on the shoulder blades. One last. Okay, open and close your fists, giving your wrists a little break. Now this time close your wrists and try to imagine that same clockwise and counterclockwise movement. Now this time, moving the elbow crease along with the movement. So as you inhale, the elbow crease is moving towards each other. As you exhale, turning your wrist out, the elbow crease is now facing upward. Let's do this couple more rounds on your own. So you feel that as you turn in and as you turn out, the shoulders are also moving. Gentle movements this time. Whenever you turn, make it slow, make it mindful. So make sure that you are turning from the top of the shoulders to both of your arms. One last round. Alright, now this time, extend the arms to the side, and we'll do a similar movement. So notice that your elbow crease are both facing the ceiling. So as you turn your arms, the palms is facing in front and going up. Activate the entire of the arm. Feel that the movement is happening from the shoulder joints along the arm, biceps, and out to your wrists. So it's the entire arm that's moving. It's coming from the shoulders. Again, as you inhale, turning the palms up, coming from the shoulders. And as you exhale, turn the palms down, coming from the shoulders. Palms now facing behind. Inhaling, rotating the arm, facing up. Exhaling, rotating backwards, arm, palms facing at the back. So the movement is coming from the shoulders. This is just a micro movement, but with the right engagement, the shoulders will get small stretch, small increase of mobility. Last 2 rounds. And exhale, release the arms to the sides. Maybe shake the body a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a twist. Inhaling. And as you exhale, the left hand touching the right knee, right hand just a little bit behind you. And move along what feels comfortable for you. So don't force the body to twist an entire way towards the right side. Just a little bit of movement. Notice how this feels on your shoulder, the right shoulder in particular, but also the left shoulder. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. And as you exhale, come back to center. Big inhale again. And as you exhale, the right hand holds the left knee, making a twist, turning to the left side. And again, don't force the body. Don't yank the spine. Just put your hand where it falls, keeping the body straight, and stay for 2 more breaths here. And exhale, come back to center. Now this time I want you to put the right hand just behind you, wherever it lands, and it still feels comfortable for you, keeping the chest open. Left hand could rest on your left knee, and make sure that you have the palm pressing on the mat. So don't have it lifted this way. Make sure that the base of the palm is firmly on the mat. As you inhale, imagine yourself growing tall, spine is erect. Now inhale, I want you to pay attention to your right shoulder. As you inhale, consciously move it back. And as you exhale, concave the shoulder, dropping the shoulder in front just a little bit. And inhaling again, opening the chest. The shoulder is moving behind. And exhale, concaving the shoulder, dropping the collarbone on the right side. Inhaling, stretching it again, moving it back. And exhale, concave. Let's do this 2 more rounds. Inhale, shoulders moving back. And exhale, collapsing it forward, just giving it a little bit of mobility. Inhale and exhale, and then release. And let's do it on the other side. So again, inhaling, moving the left hand back, making sure that the base of the wrist is on the mat. As you inhale, consciously move the left shoulder back. And exhale, concaving the shoulders. Inhale, extending to the back. And exhale, concave forward. Now do this again on your own 3 more times. And this movement gives isolation to just the shoulders, shoulder joint, giving you more mindful attention to it while at the same time increasing mobility. Now come back to center, both arms on your thighs or on your knees. This time let's just give our shoulders a shrug. Usually frozen shoulder happens when there's a repetitive movement that creates stress. The shoulders tend to rise up. So let's try to mimic that movement, but this time we are going to do an opposing activity. So inhaling, lifting the shoulders up very close to the ears. So maybe you can feel that the trapezius muscles are also sore or stiff. So we are just kind of exaggerating this movement. And exhale, moving the shoulders consciously down. Try to keep moving it down. Feel like gravity is pulling the shoulders away. And let's do it 2 more times. Inhaling, shoulders shrug up. And exhale, moving the shoulders back and down. Consciously pulling the shoulders down. Away from the neck, create space. And one last time. Inhaling, shrugging the shoulders up. And then exhale, moving the shoulders back and down. Back and down. Back and down. Alright. So you can feel that now there is a big space in between your neck and your shoulders. The shoulders and the trapezius are also stretched out. Now this time let's grab our belt. Hold it at both ends. Because we're working on frozen shoulder, you don't want to hold very close. So we want to hold both ends. This is going to give us maximum distance while working on our frozen shoulder. So starting at the bottommost position, inhaling, moving the arms up just about shoulder height, and exhale, inhaling, moving up, and exhale, inhale, moving up, and exhale. 3 more times. Inhale, shoulder height, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one last time. Inhale and exhale. Now this time we are going to start from shoulder height, and on our inhale we're going to lift, but take note, only lift as high as you can. Remember, we are working on relaxing the frozen shoulder and creating mobility, but we're not forcing it so that we are going to add more strain to it. So inhaling, lifting the arms up, only up to where you can, and exhale, come back to midline. 5 more times. Inhale and exhale. When you lift your arms, feel the movement happening in your shoulder joint. Feel where it's most stiff. Mine is stiffer on the right side. So when it's stiffer on the right side, you will notice that the other hand is pulling more. And last one. And release. Now maybe turn your head towards the left side to release the shoulder. Maybe you felt a little bit of stress there. Remember, this is self-care. We're not going to add strain. Just trying to encourage mobility and maybe crease the shoulder joints. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale. Inhaling again. Now tilt your head this time to the right side. So whenever you feel that your muscles are getting sore or getting stiff, just take a moment to relax and maybe do some neck stretches. And inhale, come back to center and exhale. Now we're going to challenge the mobility of our shoulders by moving the belt to the side. On your inhale, moving the left hand to the side. The right hand is pulling the belt down. So this is opening the chest and lubricating the left joint and the right joint of the shoulder as well. Come back to center. Let's do it again 5 more times. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhale, come back to center. Four. Three. As you lift your left hand, try to lift closer to your face, closer to your temples instead of here. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. One last time, inhale, and keep both hands extended all the time. And exhale, and then relax for a little bit again, maybe some neck stretches. Come back to center, inhale, and exhale. And come back to center. This time we're doing the other side. So again, when you raise the arm up, make sure that the arm is close to the temple of the head, and always keep both arms extended. So we're doing it for 5 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Just move along with your breath. Inhale, keeping both arms stretched, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And maybe one last time. Inhale, and exhale. Now this time we're going to do almost the same movements, but this time from behind. So hold the belt from behind. The palms are facing behind you. So we are just going to do some lifts. Let's do it 5 times. So as you inhale, try to lift only as far as you can, engaging from your shoulders. And exhale, release. Inhale and exhale. Strongly pull the belt away from each other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Remember to always move very slowly. Always move with your breath. And exhale. Good. Find a wall where you can practice. Sit very close to the wall. The shoulder is touching the wall. And then just lift, slowly lifting your arm as you inhale. Trying to keep the arm and the shoulder in contact with the wall. And only lift until you can, until it's just comfortable for you. And then as you exhale, moving the hand down. And let's do it 5 more times. Inhaling, lifting the arm, shoulder in contact with the wall all of the time. And exhaling down. 3 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. One last round. Inhale and exhale. Let's do it again on the other side. Moving very close to the wall, making sure that your shoulder is in contact with the wall. Inhaling, lifting the arm up. around. Now this next exercise, still we're going to use the wall. I'm going to turn around for my right side. Because we are working on a frozen shoulder, this might become uncomfortable for you, but remember to back off and stop the exercise if you feel pain, especially if the pain is very sharp. But if the pain is more like a sore pain or a getting stretched pain, then that's okay. And remember to always listen to your body and honor your body for every movement. So as you lift, this time, again, sitting very close to the wall, shoulder is in contact with the wall. As you lift your hand, we're going to move the hand, crawling the hand backwards, only as far as you can. So if it's painful, just stop. But if it feels good and you have more stretch, then continue walking the hand towards the back, walking your fingers on the wall, and stop when it's horizontally extended away from you, and stay here for maybe just 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhaling and exhaling. Now crawl the hand back again, as slow and as mindful as you did walking it backwards. This time walking it forwards. Just walk. Now feel free to repeat this exercise on your own, but I'm going to show you the other side now. So again, shoulder in contact with the wall. Inhaling, raising the arm, extending it in front of you and raising it to 90-degree position. As you reach the 90-degree position, start crawling the fingers, moving it back, paying attention to where the stretch is happening. Stop when it feels very painful, but if not, then you love the stretch. Just keep moving backwards, until the arm is horizontally away from you, and stay for just 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now as you inhale, crawling back the fingers, very mindfully, very slowly, as gentle as you can, making the movements small every time so that the stretch is happening gradually. And release. Now this time, let's be on all fours and we're going to do thread the needle. So on your tabletop position, inhaling, look forward, and as you exhale, walking the right hand underneath the left, coming down to your forearm and then to your shoulder, extending the left hand forward, resting the head on the floor. The right shoulder joint is in contact with the floor. Keep the knees bent, keep the hips stacked on top of your knees. Notice if your left hip is moving more to the left side. Consciously bring both hips towards the right. This will put a little bit of pressure on your right shoulder. So if at any point you feel pain, just come back to your tabletop position. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, moving the left hand in position, coming back to tabletop. And this time, let's do the other side. On your inhale, opening the collarbones, and as you exhale, walking the left hand underneath the right and coming down to your left shoulder joint, extending the right arm forward. Maybe you want to be on your fingertips or on your palms. Remember to always pay attention to what your body needs. Listen to how your body feels. Now consciously move your hip towards the left side to prevent it from falling to the right. Stay here for 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, positioning the right hand, pushing the floor away and coming back to tabletop position. Now, if threading the needle feels good for you and you were able to do the exercises on the wall, this exercise might also do you good. Now, if you have difficulty in doing the wall exercises, I recommend don't do this one. This is the last exercise that we can do, but this will be very extreme on the shoulders. So crossing your elbows, the elbow joints will be on top of each other, but we will be on our bellies, so we are going to put pressure to extend the joints, to pull the joints downward. So don't do this if you feel pain, but if you like the stretch, then you may try. Remember to always pay attention to how your body feels. So from our tabletop position, we're just going to extend the legs and come down on our belly. Now doing the same action here, crossing the elbows at the elbow joints, and then pulling the body forward. Just moving the body forward. So we are now putting pressure on our shoulder joints. Stay here for 3 breaths. So the gravity is helping us make a stretch on the shoulder joints, doing an adduction on the shoulder joints. So I can feel it more on my right side. And on your next inhale, releasing the arms forward. Let's come to Sphinx pose before we do the other side. Just look forward, metatarsals are down, kneecaps are down, chest is open. Don't collapse the chest. Remember, we are working on our shoulders, releasing frozen shoulders and strengthening them in the process. Now this time we're going to cross at the elbow joints, but this time it will be left arm over. Then just pull the body forward to put pressure. Yes, now I feel it on the left. This feels good for me. I hope it also feels good for you. Stay here for 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, coming out of the pose, let's come back to Sphinx pose. And the elbows are just beneath the shoulders. Gaze in front. And stay here for 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, pushing yourself back to tabletop position, and then swing your legs forward. We're going to lie down on the mat for Shavasana. As you lie down in Shavasana, first keep the legs bent. Then I want you to pay attention to your shoulders. Are your shoulders rounding forward such that not all of the parts of the shoulder and the shoulder blades are down? If not, consciously move the shoulders down. Maybe you can move the arms down so you can feel the blades in touch with the floor. Okay, we're working on our shoulders. Remember, we need to pay attention more to our shoulders. So make sure you shimmy your shoulders down and that you can feel shoulder blades, shoulder joints in contact with the mat. And once you have that down, just extend the legs out and let them fall to the sides. Still paying attention to your neck, to your trapezius muscles, to your shoulders. Let the arms extend a little bit out, palms facing the ceiling. As you inhale, notice the difference that the practice made in your shoulders. How did it feel for you? With every inhale, send the breath moving down from the back of the head to your neck. The breath moving to your shoulder joints, lubricating the joints and the shoulder blades behind. Feel the mat supporting the shoulder blades in your back so you can sink in deeper, letting go of the soreness, letting go of the pain, knowing that the floor and the mat is there to support you. Let gravity do its thing. And just breathe. Next inhale, try to wiggle the toes, moving the fingers, coming back to this room. Now pay attention to where you want to turn. Turn to where the shoulders ache less. So I'm not gonna tell you which way to turn. So wherever it is that is easier for you to turn. Your next inhale, just turn to that side and stay for one breath, and inhaling, pushing yourself back up. So it doesn't matter where you're facing, just come back up to seated position, still keeping your eyes closed, palms together in prayer position at the heart center. Dipping the chin a little bit close to the chest. Now rub the palms together, creating heat. Rubbing. Creating heat. Creating energy in between your palms. Now open your palms and hug yourself from your shoulders, transferring the heat you made from your palms on top of your shoulders, giving your shoulders the energy that you made. Dear shoulders, I want you to feel better. One big breath in and exhale, sigh it out, and slowly open your eyes, opening your arms. Thank you for coming to this practice. I hope that there will be wellness in your body, in your shoulders, and you will feel good for the rest of the day. I honor your presence. Namaste.